Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, it's been a little while since I've seen you people, lovely friends. So first a little update. I've been in some sprints here and there, but in case you didn't catch me in the sprints. So over Christmas, I was with my sister. Well, I have several sisters, but I was with one of them, and her family. So her and her husband and my nephew, 6 years old, and my niece at 2. They were all lovely and nice. At times it was kind of loud and a lot, but I would say it was a nice Christmas. It was nice. I was about to say something else. I also like I went a few days before Christmas. So I actually went to a new bookstore that opened in November, which was very nice. And then they have like lots of jigsaw puzzles, lots of cool books. Yeah, very cool store. And then a few days after that, well, sorry, the same day I went to this nerd store that they have actually have everywhere in Norway. Um, and I actually I was supposed to say I just bought two. I bought a game, a jigsaw, and two books. So I bought some stuff. But yeah, yep. So yeah, that's kind of a little update. And yeah, I mean, what did I do for New Year's? New Year's I actually just spent at home. I didn't really have. Well, my plan for New Year's was just to read and relax. And there's actually quite a few people who were sprinting on New Year's. That was nice. And I also went for a walk and then fell on the ice. Yeah, that was fun. I didn't get hurt, but I mean, it wasn't fun, like, at the moment, really. But yeah, it was fine. And then I also saw the Royal Variety Show, the British Royal Variety, which I love. It's a new tradition for me. And yeah, I'm here in front of you, in front of the camera. So yeah, this first video is going to be all about how I really did last year. How I did. And this, to be precise, it's going to be me evaluating, no, evaluating, talking about how my reading goals of last year went. So yeah, and then yeah, I'm also going to talk about next year's reading goals or next year's. This year's. We are in next year right now. It's always so weird in January, like, oh yeah, it's January, it's a new year. You always have to like pinch yourself and remind yourself that it's not the last year, it's this year. But yeah. So I had a goal to continue 10 moment to continue 10 series. And I actually continued 15 series. Actually, well, 16 series. So I reached that goal. So that was nice. I finished 7 series, and my goal was to finish five. So yeah, quite nice. And then I had you know what? Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna move on. Yeah, think about something, but yeah. And then I also had a goal to read 50 books by diverse authors. And I almost managed that. I double checking. I managed almost 40, which I would say is kind of good. It is good. And then I had a goal to read 40 BIPOC authors. I managed 15, but still good. Like, I mean, some of the authors I've read several books by, but it's still the same author, so it might seem better than it is, but yeah. And then I had a goal to read 100 books for my shelves. The shelves over there, not the ones over there, but way over there, outside of the frame, which are my uh, unread pile. Yeah. I might. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna check because I forgot to write down this number. I'm gonna check it out afterwards. Film this and then put it in the description. But I'm not sure I managed to read 100 books from my shelves. I don't think I did that, but maybe I'm not sure. Also, as usual, I will post a video in 2 or 3 weeks' time where I go over like all the unread books, like count them, see if I have more unread books than last year at this time or less. If it's the same, maybe it's the same. Could be. I think it might be a bit more, but let's see. Um, and then I also had a fun goal to buy books and read them within 48 hours, which I did do. I didn't write down which books they were, but yeah. But I do remember buying books and then just being so in the mood for them that I actually read them quite quickly. And then we have 30 queer authors. And of course, not all authors do are public about what their sexual identity is, but the ones that are, yeah, I have counted. And I end up reading uh 15. So sorry, 17 queer authors. So not too bad, but yeah, what can you do there? And I don't think if I'm gonna do this at the same. Mm, Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop with it there. Yeah. My plan for 2026 is actually to kind of actually go away from reading so and so many BIPOC authors and so many diverse authors, which I mean I feel like it's kind of a not bad goal, but I feel like like say you read 20 books from one author, you'll still have read a lot, like from people who aren't yourself, and also I feel like if you actually I'm thinking, I feel like if you write like read so and so many offers from mm, X, Y, and Z, or that are X, Y, and Z, that's cool. But I feel like maybe it's something you do that when you like start in your reading journey, or like when you're starting to be more conscious of your reading. I would say myself, I've been conscious of my reading actually now for 10 years. It was kind of the hate you give that kind of made me be aware like how much diverse am I reading. Like before that, I didn't really read that much diverse. And then around The Hate You Give, I read The Hate You Give. I read Everything, Everything, and I started becoming more conscious about reading not just white people uh, and stuff like that. But like now, I feel like in general, I kind of when I look for books to read, I look at lists where people recommend BIPOC authors, like new BIPOC books, or people recommend new books by gay authors or stuff like that. So I feel like much more easily like kind of grab towards different, yeah, differences really. So I feel like a number, like as I said, again, yeah, like saying a number like 50 books, 40 books. I don't know. Feels a bit maybe redundant because it's not really difficult for me to naturally reach all the different authors that have maybe had a difficulty before. So yeah, and also, I mean, even if I do read a lot, yeah, I don't really get above this year. Last year I got to 100 and I think I end up at 195 books. Yeah, so I got a lot, but I didn't get go all the way to 200. I do suppose maybe I can reach 200 if I read a lot of anthologies and whatnot. Anthology genres, that might be a thing. But like honestly, I'm not gonna say to myself that I'm gonna reach this high number because I feel like more and more it's about like reading good books than reading the quantity of books. It's more about reading in itself, really. So yeah, that's my plan for next year. Next year again, this year. I do. I do think that I will. My plan is though that I'm gonna. I have a number that I kind of want to reach this year, which is 185. Which honestly, I feel like it's doable. I feel like the last kind of 10 years ish, I've been reading all the time above 150 books. Like I read a lot and I read quickly, so that I feel like it's manageable. Could maybe have put 200, but again, I mean, sometimes you have slumps and whatnot. Maybe I'll change the number when I get further in the year, but right now it's 185, which, yeah, I feel like it's kind of good. Kind of good, really. Um, yeah, and that's kind of my plan for like this year to like continue reading diversely and whatnot, and also I have a number, and that's kind of my idea there. And yeah, also I do also want to read from my shelves. Uh, um, I'm gonna do a 26 and 26 with you, so you'll yeah, and that's gonna be just for my bookshelves that I own. So yeah, um, and then yeah, I'm gonna do a separate video where I talk about series, my series plans, and also uh my authors plans, ideas. Yeah, you get the gist. But yeah, it's nice to be back. And yeah, I'm gonna film a bit more today, right now. So you might see this get up for a few videos now. So yeah, I hope you had a nice New Year's and Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye.